Morning, everyone. Welcome to the Leaning In with Live with Ann Ferguson. I am a little discombobulated this morning, but it's okay. It's all going to be good. I woke up, actually last night I planned and I went, is it going to be rainy? The app said no. Unfortunately, I don't know if you can see the sidewalk. Hold on. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, it started to sprinkle. So I'm sitting here in a pavilion. I think I'm gonna go ahead and walk anyway. Rain's not gonna hurt me, right? All right, it is Monday morning. We're gonna get busy doing a couple things. So those of you who haven't been on the live before, I'm just gonna introduce myself real quick. My name is Ann Ferguson. I am a mom of 5. I'm a grandma of 4. I'm an author. I am a personal mentor, one of my favorite things to do, and I am a mindset trainer. I do workshops, I do conferences, all that kind of stuff. But the reality is, that sounds really cool. The reality is, I'm just a girl trying to figure things out. None of what I'm doing was my plan. I did not set out to be a business owner. I didn't set out to do lives. None of this was in my plan. This is because God said, hey, you got some things in your head that I put there and I would really love you to talk to people. So that's why I'm here. How this happened was I decided I needed to get moving. And so I got up and I started walking. First day I walked 2 miles. I thought, oh my gosh, my legs are gonna kill me. And the next day I walked 3 miles and it was good. And then I was thinking all these things in my head. All these things. I just kept walking. Then I had eye surgery. I had cataract surgery at age 55. Even though I didn't have cataracts, my eyesight was so bad that LASIK couldn't handle it, so we had to do a full lens replacement. Then I was walking 2 days after surgery, and I could see things, like in a way I have not seen forever. Anyway, I started to see things that I had never seen in the definition and the way, or I had when I was a little child that I didn't know. And it was so fascinating to me that I jumped on, I started doing a live to let people know this experience that I was having, and that's where it started. That was, I don't know, like 2 months ago or a month ago. All right, y'all, we are going to talk about today 2 things. I just read in the book Jesus Calling. It's one of my go-tos for reading part of Joy Power. Joy Power is an exercise that we're doing the Joyful Heart Masterclass where we touch heaven 6 times a day. And we connect in, like we plug into the wall. You know how you need light, you flip on a switch? Well, it's because it's connected to the power source. And many times we are trying to flip on the switch and it's unplugged because we're not actually connecting. So connecting with yourself and then connecting with God. We just kind of did that. So I was reading Jesus Calling, and it talked about complaining and negativity and how not to complain. Now, I have not chewed this up yet, but I want to go into that. I want to understand complaining for just a minute, and then we're going to go into reasons and excuses. What's the difference? Can you hear the difference? So first, the reason why I want to peel apart complaining and negativity is because it said that if you complain, you're just going to end up down into negativity. And yet, one of the things that I teach is that's really, really, really important to honor our experiences, honor our feelings, honor what we're going through as a human, even when it's not fun, even when it's not fair. So when you acknowledge that, is that complaining? Let's take a deep breath with you and say, complaining is actually discharging the stuff to someone else and not owning it for yourself. It's like I'm giving you the thing. Okay, it's like a fussy baby. Ready? A baby who fusses goes, eh, 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 eh. and they're wanting somebody else to come and fix it. Like my diaper, right? I'm hungry, To me, complaining is that. Now, the difference between complaining and honoring is honoring actually is a moment where you go, what am I feeling? Oh, I'm feeling hungry. Hey, Mom, can I have some food? Now we're owning it, right? So I think it's really important. I've been taught not to complain, and what I heard in that teaching is don't speak anything that is not positive. That means you don't have faith. That means you're not believing. And I beg to differ. I do not think that that's the truth. I think that honoring is saying, what am I experiencing right now? And then saying, hey, God, this is what I've got going on, and I really don't like it. Like it's bothering me. Okay, honoring the emotion. This is what I'm feeling. I am feeling angry. I am feeling frustrated. I am feeling sad. And then saying, and God, what do we do with this? It is a sun shower, guys. I'm totally being rained on. And it's sunny. Ooh, that's kind of like not complaining, but honoring. Check it out. Right? It is wet. And it is not the most comfortable thing. And with God, and letting him know, it's like you're seen. It's like there's sun now in your thing. He can't take everything away. He can be with you as you experience it. He can honor the fact that you're rocking being a human. Absolutely. Part of the reason why he came is because he needed to feel every single thing so that he can honor us as we feel. Now, complaining is turning outwards. Fix it. I don't want to feel this. I don't want to have this. Fix it. It's your responsibility to fix my stuff. That is the immaturity of a child who's fussing. Do you have anybody in your life, anybody at all, who likes to make you responsible for their fussy? Anyone? Any of you moms out there respond quickly to somebody else's fussiness, even though they're big enough to go get their own food? Happens all the time to me. I've been conditioned to jump and take care of. I had a discussion with my daughter about this just last night, and she says, yep, I'm actually able to go, that's interesting that you're just over there. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Anything you would love, but not like in a way that I need you to fix this, like you need to do this so that I'm not irritated. That is complaining. So, if you find yourself complaining, I think society was, we were taught. I remember this teaching, guys. I remember the moment that I kind of recognized it. I thought that I'm supposed to take care of your needs. You're supposed to take care of my needs, kind of without speaking about it, and that equals love. And so if you're not seeing me and you're not taking care of my needs, you should know me. You should know me well enough to know what I need. And if you don't, then you're just not aware of me. You don't even care about you. I don't matter to you. I totally bought into that for years. Totally bought in. It is so freeing to actually honor myself and say, I'm feeling really disconnected right now. Okay, so I'm going to talk about me and Tom for a minute. He travels all the time. And he was gone for about 3 weeks. My dad had passed. I was needing connection. And so I said, I'm just feeling really, really disconnected from you right now. It's like I need to feel connected. His response was, you know, every time I think everything's going fine, I find out I can't support you emotionally. Like, I'm fine. Like, I feel connected to you. So, you know, and he was irritated with me. Why? Because he believed that he was supposed to take away my disconnection. No, I was just stating I feel disconnected right now. Now, I got to say, okay, in order to feel connected, what I would love is this. I would love Marco Polo's back and forth for a little bit, because I need to feel seen, I need to feel known, I need to feel connected. It's totally okay that you feel connected to me. I'm not saying you're wrong for feeling connected. I'm saying that I don't feel connected. So rather than being really sad listening to the bully, there's a bully who puts thoughts into our brains, by the way. He's big and mean and he messes things up. He can put things in your brain that your husband doesn't care about you. And the reality is, you or your husband abandons you, right? The reality is, when I'm not honoring what I'm experiencing, I'm abandoning myself. And if I'm abandoning myself, I can't get what I need, because somebody can decide what I need to fill up my connection. Like, he could totally decide what I need. And it's not going to help, because it's me who has to decide, what do I want, what would I love, what feels good to me, and then communicate it out. All right, now we're going to go into excuses versus reasons. Whew, it's kind of connected, guys. Excuses is when somebody tells you all the reasons outside of themselves that something happened. Okay, that's an excuse. A reason is when they own it. So let me, for instance, right? You're late to a meeting and you come in, and apologies, that's what you do. I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. All of the lights were red. Like the whole way through. It was the most annoying thing, right? All the lights were red. That is an excuse. Why? Because it's the lights' fault. You want to hear the reason? Hey, I'm really sorry I'm late. I misjudged time and I didn't give myself enough buffer in case there was any problems this morning. I'm really sorry. That is a reason, not an excuse. Now, said before that my dad didn't really take responsibility for what he did in my life. He actually didn't have anybody else in our home take responsibility either. So my brother, who was kind of a mess, was aggressive, kind of bipolar is probably what it was, but back in the 1970s, 80s, like nobody knew, right? But if he did something, we were taught to just let it go. Just let it go. Just get out of his way, right? There was never, ever a time where he was brought to anybody and said, I am so sorry. I had a bunch of out of control, whatever. That was me. And I'm sorry. Like one night, he actually got my little brother out of bed, yelling and screaming. It was one of his fits when he came home because the bread sack had been left open. And to him, it was my brother's fault that his life had gone awry. It wasn't the drugs he'd taken that night. It was this. And so it's not like, hey, so that wasn't okay for me to do. I was totally tripping. And I got to get a hold of this. Okay, that is responsibility. Okay, I'm going to take responsibility right now. Woo! Reason, not excuse. So, I was late on my live this morning. Totally late. Did not start on time. I even put like all of the stuff out there, you know, saying I was going to be on at 8. And then, okay, step 1, I stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning. And I needed to get up at 6 so I could get everything set so I could do my blog. So excuse is the rain. The rain got me all discombobulated, so I didn't get everything ready on time. I didn't know whether I was going to be outside or whether I was going to be in the pavilion, and it was the rain. That is an excuse. Reason? Yeah, I checked the weather last night. and I stayed up. Okay, moment of vulnerability. This is why. I asked Jaden this weekend. He's 20, and he lives at home. He works all day from 9 to 4. I'm busy teaching at night. We don't see each other. We're kind of on roommate status is what we call it. And we had a weekend, and I was busy. And I said, hey, man, I want you to think of something that feels like I'm in your world and we're connecting. Okay, I'm going to go. I'm going to do this. Then let's connect, right? Okay. So I asked Jaden. This was what he came up with. Ready? He says, so I kind of want to do video games. Now that is a big deal for me because 3D video games, I get completely sick to my stomach watching them. I've never been able to play video games with my kids. I take that back. Used to be able to play Super Nintendo when they were really little. And it wasn't fun because they were little and it was fun to watch them. But he says, Mom, what if I find a 2D game that's kind of fun? I want to watch you play. I have not played video games for so many years. And he just wanted to see me enjoy the stuff even though I was really, really bad at it. He had to teach me like how to roll my thumb on the controller and just all sorts of stuff. He's so good at it. He sits there and watches me. It's not a two-player game. It's a one-player game, and he'll just go, I wonder what's over there. When there's stuff that I'm supposed to open up so I can get to the next thing. Oh, and this is such an important thing. I want you guys to hear this. Really hear this. He was brilliant in what he did. He wanted to connect. He didn't want to play video games and have me watch. He wanted to bring me into his world and watch me so that I could find enjoyment in this. I think that was brilliant. Me and my husband are absolute opposites on almost every single level. The people that we like, the movies that we like, the shows that we like, the food that we like, our hobbies, our interests, everything is opposite. And at one point, we were trying to figure out what to do for our 10-year anniversary. And this is what we decided. I am going to take you to do something that you like. And I'm not going to care that I don't like it. I'm going to enjoy you liking it. That was the deal. He was going to do the same. So I took him to a hockey game on Sunday. There was the Washington Capitals' favorite team. It was a big game because Ovechek got the golden hockey stick because he did 1,000 goals or something. And I did not care. I was cold. I wore the thing, and I totally enjoyed my husband hooping and hollering. Like, he had so much fun, and my enjoyment was to enjoy him enjoying himself. On the back end, he bought me, because we both did on this weekend, we both did things. He got tickets to the ballet at the Kennedy Center, box seats. And he did not even say one word, not even one comment about men in tights. And he did not care too much about the dance, but he enjoyed me just, and clapping when all the turns happened, and just me going, oh my gosh, that was so fantastic. He doesn't know what he's looking at. I know what he's looking at. I know the control. He doesn't know. I didn't know what was going on with the hockey. I didn't have to know what was going on with hockey for me to, like, really enjoy it. Really enjoy him enjoying himself. So Jaden stumbled upon something. He wanted me to play a game. He set it up so it was something that I could enjoy, not that I would get sick to and try to force me into something and, oh Mom, you can't ever do this, we can't connect, this is nothing. He went and found the thing that I could do, and then he enjoyed teaching me how to do it. All right, so back to the reasons and excuses. Guys, I stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning trying to kill the boss. I still haven't killed the boss. I killed it. I totally killed it. And then its head grew back and it shot back up. Oh, and it kills me, and then I gotta go all the way back and I gotta start over. And yeah, it was fun. He taught me on Saturday, and then Sunday night I decided I was going to do this. So my excuse is it was the rain. My reason is I chose to spend time. I chose to stay up. I chose to be what you would consider irresponsible in a way to connect with my son. And I don't regret the choice. Now, could I have gotten up faster? Yes, totally could have. I jumped in the bath. My hair was nasty, and it's so fun because it's being rained on anyway. And I don't usually do that in the morning. So another reason was I decided to take time for a bath. Another reason is when I do these videos, the opening shot of these videos are always so awkward, like how I'm looking. And so on the way here, the sunrise is coming up. I start snapping pictures, and I didn't look at the time. I did not value my promise. I'm going to take responsibility that I didn't stay aware and make that and you and this a priority. But I want you to hear the difference. I want you to speak the difference. The reason why I think it'd be great for you to hear the difference is because if you can hear the difference when somebody is putting the excuse and then asking you to fix their stuff, there's a boundary violation there. Oh, he's actually giving an excuse right now, not a reason. When he gives a reason, and what would you like to do about that? Like owning the stuff, and then you naturally know what it feels like. Like when somebody is giving excuses, you're freaking irritated. When somebody stands in responsibility and gives a reason, it's much better. Now, as a questioner, one of my superpowers is being able to see what people are doing and why, and being able to let it go. I understand why this happened and why that happened. I understand why my brother freaked out. I was trained to just understand. Yeah, just walk away from it. Don't let it happen. Guys, here's the problem with that. I did not recognize mistreatment. I absolutely dismissed it. And what that did is destroy my family. Because I was being mistreated over and over and over again. And it felt like every excuse that was given to me, I should just let that go. Oh, okay. Otherwise, I'm mean and I'm judgmental and I'm not forgiving. Oh, and not trusting. Like if I didn't accept the excuses, then I wasn't trusting. I shouldn't have ever trusted. Like I should have nipped things so quickly, and I didn't. And because I didn't feel the mistreatment, I didn't rear up in my mama bear self and say, absolutely positively not. This is not acceptable for me, or my kids, or my family. Get out. I didn't do that. I didn't do that because I have been trained to take excuses and judge myself as wrong if I am wounded. So, having the ability to hear the excuse and then saying, oh, that is yours. Whatever happened outside in the world, that is not mine. I wrote a declaration that helped me with this. I realized that responsibility is the ability to respond. So when somebody else is fussy, an adult, do they have the ability to respond to their own stuff? Yes. What they wanted, different people, is for me to respond to make them feel better. Guys, you cannot make anybody feel anything, ever. It's not possible. If I could make you feel something, I would make you feel loved and connected and joined and seen and heard. If I had the superpower to make somebody feel, I would not make them feel disappointed, angry, upset, or blamed. Like that's not what I would make them feel, which means I can't make them feel, even if they're trying to make me believe that I've made them feel or that I should. So somebody's fussy This happened. And they're fussing about it. That happened. And the way that they're saying is take care of it, take care of it, take care of it. I can take care of it and they can still be fussy. It is not my responsibility to respond to someone else's stuff. I can't respond. So I wrote this declaration. A declaration is a statement of truth that you want to have in your being on a permanent basis. And I wrote, I enjoy responding to what I am able to respond to. Okay? The next thing is I said, I enjoy releasing to you what is yours to respond to. Ooh, do that again. Ready? I enjoy releasing to you what is yours to respond to. Why? Because as someone takes responsibility, they change. See, they're a victim if they believe that everything is outside of them. They're empowered when they believe that something is within their control to change the uncomfortable feelings that they're having. That's empowerment. That's when they get to say, I want to do something about this. I don't know what I need, but this feels good. Let me try this. That is when they grow. Don't respond to what you don't have responsibility. Now, you getting all fussy about it and getting all upset. That's not happening. They say, I see, so we're going to validate. I see that you're really upset about this. What would you like to do? Seems like you're really uncomfortable with this thing. Yeah, I hate it. That sucks. What's your plan? What do you want to do about that? And help them feel and go into, oh, wait, what? Me? I'm supposed to do something? I told you, so you're supposed to take care of it. No, we are not fussy babies who need to be fed and changed. A baby is not able to respond to their dirty diaper. An adult is able to respond for the need to go to the bathroom. They take care of that all by themselves. They can take care of emotions all by themselves. But to have this boundary, right? Yes, you can present the opportunity, but they end up choosing whether or not to feel it. That's true. I could help you with this. Would that help you? Instead of just, I learned this silent, just run around, do it, and then feel anxious about whether or not it was going to be the right thing, and if all the eggshells were going to be cleared off the floor. Instead of just going, so I see that you're this way. What would you love? Guys, if this helps you, let me know. If this helps somebody that you know, like you want them to hear something, anything that would lift them up, share these videos, whatever the one is that the person needs to know, and invite people to come into this space. I have no script, obviously. I have an idea that comes to my head when I walk down to the park and I go, hey guys, is that what we're gonna do? And half the time I don't even know what we're talking about yet. And I haven't chewed it up, but I'm gonna chew it up with you. And I so hope it helps you. Okay, the next thing is, I'm gonna end with this. I teach a class. It is a 12-week experience with me. I have mentors. They teach the Joyful Heart Mastery class. Guys, you cannot feel joy if your boundaries are wonky. You cannot feel joy if you don't honor all of what you feel, because when you find the thing that's uncomfortable, you get to choose what and how to do, whether you take care of yourself or whether you ask somebody else for support. Then you feel safe, you feel seen, you feel heard, and joy comes from connection. Connection to yourself, connection to God, connection to others. The reason why we're not connected, most of us, is because our parents didn't know how to emotionally connect to us. So we didn't learn what emotional connection looks like. It's not your fault, it's not their fault. But your joy does not have to be when you've done all of the things and assumed you've known what God needs you to do and been running around on eggshells with God, trying to get it right, trying to check all the boxes. Joy is now. Joy is spiritual survival. That means we got to figure out how. So if you would love, by the way, if you would love to retake it, we have changed some things. And it's gotten better than when you took it. There are some things that I have learned that I've integrated into it, and holy shamoli, it is so, so, so good. It's so good that we have psychiatrists who are referring their patients to us. They do um, the meds management and go, you know what, you should probably do this. If you need to do therapy, we've had 7 therapists take this class, and it's an adjunct to therapy. So it's a group experience, and it helps therapy actually go much, much, much better. We've got a lot of therapists who are just so inundated that they can't get all the people in. This is a 3-month, hey, let's get in. Okay, next thing, it is not only for people who need trauma type therapy. We don't do trauma. We do absolute support. And the hard thing about explaining this is that I find that it is for everyone. It is for someone who's just figuring out their voice. It's someone who's out there and needs to stop spinning. It's for anybody who has a husband or a wife who puts all of their emotions on you for you to actually handle them and take care of them. I teach you how, with not just theory. This is the theory part. Joyful Art Mastery is the lab. I give you lab work for the week. And you do it, and we do it together, and we do it in a group, and we talk all the week long. And then if anybody needs me, different than therapy, guess what? You just Marco Polo me, and I get on. If I need a conversation, I do. Anytime during the week, you have a personal mentor. I would love to have you join me, okay? We have classes going on all the time. Join me and share and like, and I love you.